kicking with Canady, kicking it with Canady, kicking it with Canady, kicking it with Canady, definitely kicking with Canady, kicking it with Canady, kicking it with Canady, kicking it with Canady, definitely kicking with Canady, kicking it with Canady, kicking it with It's time for kicking with Canady. We steadily finding the meaning to walk down our own path and see just how we get it. This money is how we stack it. My passion is all I have it. I grab and bag it and run like a quarterback and pass these passes. I'm catching these passes. It's kicking with Canady. 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 It's kicking with Canady.
All right, what is good, everybody? Your boy Ken Sargent, always on the roll, always on the move, and always keeping it up. Welcome everybody to another show of Kicking It with Ken. And I gotta tell you right now, we are definitely in it. So we got a lot of things going on here. We're really pushing these holidays. All right. Like I said, we got done with Christmas, we got done with New Year's, so now we're getting ready for Mardi Gras. We got a lot of other events going on down the line. And for today, we got a grand interview, and we're going to be putting out all the details for this. So I was lucky to get a call from a good friend of mine, of course, this group in particularly. So you guys, I want y'all to welcome into the podcast once again, Mr. King Kevin and Roll the Pro, the Calice boys. How y'all doing out here?
What's up?
All right. Hand something real quick. Okay, we're getting good. All right. So, first off, you guys, thank you for taking your time to do this, and it's definitely a pleasure to have you guys here on the podcast.
Man, the pleasure is all ours, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
All right. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I've known these guys for a few years. The first time I met them, it was a show like back in 2022, and it was a Monday. I was tired as hell, so I had to host a show, and they had the chance to perform on stage. And there was another show everything was at too. I forgot that one place, but I believe they also performed at the Eyes before that one. I believe one time, but we.
Yeah, I remember you from both shows.
Yeah, we definitely hit it off within the show, and these guys are definitely a great duo. Make some great music, definitely some good, passionate, blessed gentlemen, and we got a whole lot to talk about today. And I want y'all to mark your calendars because for March 23rd, they're gonna be doing their first ever musical gala, and I get to be part of that show, which is I'm very excited for. But before we get into that, let's know our guests a little bit. So first off, how you guys doing today?
Blessed and highly favored. We here with you, bro. What you think?
I'm ready for this, man. So tell the people out here, what exactly is Calice Boys? Like what's y'all's history so far in the making?
Well, we're a family, bro. The Calice Boys, that's a family name. That's my grandmother's last name. It's originated out of New Orleans, Louisiana, where we both was born at. We kind of took the name about because we just country boys who love our family, and that's how we tell our story.
And like I said, I don't know those guys for a few, but they definitely have like some good messages toward their music, and I believe their presence is always a blessing to kind of listen to and to kind of acknowledge. So for most of your music, like you have like a good self-dedicated, self-motive, and just life learning lessons within your songs, right?
For sure.
And so your impact is definitely reaching a lot of the youth and just people with troubled past. So like, what's like a story? Like, what's a good like leeway or message to all those when they have to prepare themselves to listen to the Calice Boys?
I'll let my brother take it because he experienced a lot of this at shows with me. So.
Well, to me personally, one that stands out to me is when we were performing one time. I think it was like we were at the Eyes, everybody looked at us as just the old guys looking funny, crazy with the jail suit. And when we did our set, and when we came off the stage, we sat around about a good hour after the show, and one guy walked up to me right before we left, and he was like, "Man, I just want you to know, I did 16 years in federal prison, and I only been home for 2 months, and it's the best music I ever heard out of life." And then I was just so happy to explain to him, like, we were in the process at the time of getting our music on JPay music system in the federal and state prisons, and it's a blessing that we did. Our music is being sold in every federal and state prison in America right now. And just to hear that from him, and he would say it like that, like, damn, he was like, brothers need music like this back there to hear it. And for it to really make it back there, it's a blessing within itself.
Right. And, you know, everyone has like I know I talked to this with one friend, and the one thing I like when it comes to musicians, when it comes to like staging, right? You know, you can wear whatever. You can wear a suit, wear t-shirts, or whatever. But like wearing like a specific type of attire, you know, and to really get that, and again, to get that point across, you know, that shows you how much of the type of music that they're doing, and they're really like showing you guys, you know, what they're actually talking about. So it's definitely a good message for you guys, man. So I'm definitely proud of that.
And truthfully, walking in the room with the jail suit, and after we perform, it truthfully have jails and prison system out of sight, out of mind, what they say. But when you're looking at it, you think about that. You know, it's really like bringing life to it without even saying a word.
And I think just for the whole entire, you know, the music as it is, I was gonna say that much later. For a lot of people, you know, music can be music, but it's definitely just how you really deliver the songs, how you kind of, you know, deliver the presence.
Yeah. And one thing I can tell you about the Showcase Gala is I'm gonna make sure that stage is set up to where when we perform, you're going to understand every word that we saying, because it's going to be set up for a true performance for all artists, but for the Calice boys for sure.
Now, okay, so this is funny thing. So to kind of to go from there, so I think this was before, no, it was after Christmas, I think. And Mr. Rowe, he left me a message, and we talked about this like weeks on, and we tried to get him on the show, but like other stuff came up, but that's all said and done. So when he called me about this, and he told me that our good friend Mr. Dustin Diggs made you win, like, yeah, you know, hit up Keen, you know, he'll definitely be interested. So to first, thank you again for thinking of me for taking part of this. So what has brought to your attention to me when it came to I believe I'm doing the interviews, or I forgot exactly what you had me doing for your event going on.
Well, yeah, I had wanted you to come out to represent Artists United, because I had reached out to Dustin, and he said that, you know, you were the A&R, the head A&R for him, and if anybody would represent, you know, a hip-hop event, you would be the person that represent for the company. So, and then I reached out on him on 2 different pages, and then I reached out to another assistant. And everybody kind of referred, when I said your name, everybody was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Then he said Keenan. All right, yeah. So I was like, Keenan's my guy. So that I just kind of, when I came to you, I knew what I wanted, what I was talking about, and I knew you were the guy. So I just kind of had all my ducks in a row before I even approached you, bro.
Well, like I said, I'm definitely appreciative. I'm definitely honored to take part of this. And like I said, for the gala, y'all, it's going to be on March 23rd, and that's a Saturday, so I believe you know, you gotta hit these 2 up for more information and details for everything else in between. Now, of course, we got some other great people coming through. We got Mr. Justin Kickett of My City, My Music, and we also got like a lot of other great guests coming through. So this is where I want to get to the real big question. Now, for a lot of us, it's one thing we have a concert. You know, you guys come out, people come out for the music, come out for drinks, you know, they come out with their friends or whatever. You know, they enjoy a good time. Now, with this in particular, especially being the gala, and for those who may see it on TV and such, this is a bigger event. You
Yep.
know, we're not just going with like musicians, but we're bringing forth, and y'all bringing forth a lot of creative and talented and very well crafted and blessed people of acknowledging here. So let's get to where what was your idea? What made you come up with this idea of an event to kind of just hold for a weekend?
Well, first of all, I want to give shouts out to the venue, because if it wasn't for the venue, Blunt Chat, it's just the way that it's set up, and it's a good friend of me and my brothers, Darren Humphrey. He's a great guy, and he put a lot into this venue, and he's been putting a lot into it for a long time. And for a long time, we've been trying to do business with him, but we started touring with Zeus. We started running around the Midwest with Zeus. And
shout out to Zeus.
Yeah, Rocket Puff, It was great. I learned a lot from Zeus. I learned a whole lot from Zeus. But what I always went into the game with was knowing that I had to invest in myself. So when I was running with Zeus, I was cool with investing in myself. But investing in yourself, you always have to remember in music is that a lot of times you won't get much out of your music when you're touring, other than the rooms you go into, the connections you make. So I made a lot of good connections throughout the tours I was doing, and the people I was meeting. I made sure that I made good relationships with them, and I kept a good relationship. And that's what brought about the venue, and then the relationships that I made throughout the time that I was touring with Zeus. And I figured that I had a venue to put the whole hip-hop in one room, and that's why we're dedicating homage to hip-hop, because hip-hop is all going to be in one room this night. We're going to put it all in one room, and then we're going to take a lot of artists that's been with decent following and that's been pushing themselves, and we're going to give them a gala to appreciate them. From podcasts to video shoots to live performance, where on the stage 5 different cameras hitting a performance from 5 different angles. The artists will get merch where they can sell, they can take with them, or they can even throw it out in the crowd as they're there. We'll have a live band there as everybody's walking in, so we can be entertained the right way, real comfortably, and with the right type of music. And we're gonna have some dance out there, because you can't have hip hop without dance.
Yeah.
So
better get my shoe. I gotta get my other shoes then.
You gotta get your other shoes. Then. Come on now, bro.
I gotta get the kicks. So and here's me. So we did an event last year in January. We did this last year in January. We did a Moan Fest, which is a music showcase, and me and Matt, Tweezy, and everyone, we did that for the whole entire weekend, which was great. I hosted that one. It was definitely beautiful. And comparing to like that, yeah, we showcased a lot of people that had skits. We showed ours from like a while back. We showed music videos. We had other shorts and feature films from different productions. It was just beautiful. And what brought my attention to that, we're showcasing people's, we're showing their cinematography, right? Now, with this one in particularly, and in some similarities, we're talking with music. But like I said, I think with a gala, it's more of a different way to look at it, because, it's not just a concert, but you're showing appreciation to these crafted and talented individuals, which I think is beautiful, because most of the times, you don't see stuff like this. I mean, we see some on TV for a different reason, but like as far as worship, but like a gala, like is as the music and whatever it is today, like is it kind of hard? Is it different to kind of come together, or is it kind of changed up a little bit?
Well, the hardest thing I'm understanding about a gala, and I guess the most different thing is the timing. This night is going to be so timed to where everybody that's involved is going to have to be in a certain spot at a certain time, because it's going to be so much going on. It's going to be a night full of a whole lot of different things. And that's why everybody that's involved, that's why I keep constant communication with you and everybody that's involved with it, because it is strategically being planned. And once the night comes, at a certain time, everything's going to be getting done, and everybody's going to have to be in a certain place. And I think that's the hardest part about it, is making sure that everybody's going to be in the right spot at the right time and giving everybody the right time limit on the slots that they deserve.
And yeah, and you know, I think just as a whole, you know, this whole industry, like entertainment wise, I'm gonna be, you know, I can be like 50-50 with this. You know, there it's like a lot of competition. You know, it's like you make music.
Make music, and all of it is good to a certain degree. I think music is about moods. It's the mood you're in when you listen to what you want to listen to.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's a lot of competition. I'm not afraid of it. It don't intimidate me, but I can stand humbly and do music.
And I think with this here, like I said, you're bringing together like a lot of people, and I think it shows more. It shows more dedication. It shows more, you know, encouragement to, you know, bring forth, you know, the great talents together, because under one roof, you know, everyone has a goal. Everyone has that one thing they want to try to go for, and to really pitch it right, you got to find the right crowd. You definitely have to find the right people to really bring forth that mood. You know, I go to conventions. I go to certain events. Like, yeah, we're all gamers. We watch anime. We watch you know, cosplay and whatever. And the only difference with that one too, there could be some hate. There could be some hate. But again, it's how you present it. It's how you present yourself to that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that part of it, because that's another thing before I even put legs up under this event. Because I do music, and because we've been doing music around here so long, even though you don't see me standing next to a lot of people, I have a lot of phone numbers in my phone that I can call people, and I made sure I called all the right people that I knew, and I explained to what I was doing. I explained to why I was doing this, and I did have some people to tell me, you know, they put their hand in my chest, you know, humbly, and told me, Roland, why do you feel like you can do this? You know what I'm saying? But I had a rebuttal for them. And I had a good enough rebuttal to where, like you're saying, as long as you are humble and exactly what you just said, you know what I'm saying? It changed the approach to, okay, do you know how hard this is? And do you know what you're getting yourself into? And that type of talk. And then once I again assured them that I was comfortable with what I was doing, and if I did take a loss and I was prepared for the loss, I still probably wouldn't give up with doing it, you know?
Yeah. And
with that type of attitude, everybody that I talked to was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Then we got a step further with the conversation.
And you know, a lot of people can't do that. You know, that's another thing too. You know, you gotta have a lot of heart to even come close to trying to, you know, collab with people or whoever. Because, you know, again, everyone wants to reach for a goal, but then it's gonna be that one bad seed that starts tripping, and everything just kind of it falls flat.
For sure. But truthfully, that was the biggest thing with bringing all the artists together, because we are artists, and we really, really did go to many, many stages and shows, and the way we were treated, as some we felt way less than artists, some we felt bigger than the artists we were, you know. So we kind of took all the experiences, and we're trying to put it to one and let an artist really feel like an artist, like, because it's weird to me, like right now, it's like, I don't know to say to have a jealous bone or to say I can't wait till it's our turn like that, because I'm sitting in the house with my wife and them, and all of them ordering us and them tickets and stuff for $300 and
Yikes.
$200. I'm like, whoa, like I got a show coming up too, like that needs to be paid for. And people to run out and get tickets like this for.
Okay, that's a good punchline. Run out and get some tickets for real. Y'all can grab that shit. Don't mess with that hip hop to homage.
Yes, indeed.
That homage to hip hop. I'm sorry, y'all. They're paying homage to hip hop. Go get that ticket.
Now, and I think we probably said this earlier. So, like, being able to build this, like being able to really build this event from a few months ago, or you probably had this idea like probably like a while back, I guess, or like did it just come out of the blue and you just said, all right, let's plan it? Like how did you actually how was it this kind of bringing forth this idea?
We've always been trying to put shows together, and then again, it's gonna go back to the venue. You know, when I reached out to my good friend and told him what I wanted to do, he was always hands up, like, man, let's do it. So once I had the venue, I also reached out to another good friend of mine, and he put me into contact with a mutual friend of both of ours, Ryan. You know, Ryan's a great guy, and Ryan's helped me with a lot of great things. So
shout out to Ryan.
Shouts out to Ryan. Ryan's gonna kill me because I can't say his last name.
That's cool. He knows.
Say his last name for me, Ken.
Shit, hang on, I gotta find it. But yeah, I know we're supposed to be collabing with him soon, but we'll definitely go down the line with that later.
Yeah. I just saw him earlier today. Yeah, we had a little session earlier, so he's down.
Is this it? Yeah, Frennet. Ferret.
Ryan Ferret.
Okay.
Yeah.
The inside though. Guys, it's also like the last names that has like not really rich spelling, but it's that sounding so off. I've been there.
You want to make sure you enunciate it right.
So like I said before, when we did Moan Fest, yeah, we're showcasing like just everything cinematic wise. But then with this one particularly, you know, you're showing off the music, you're showing off the artists, you're showing off their craft. And what I think was amazing with this one, any other show, you know, it's a show. You're booking the venue. You basically put everyone in the performance lane. All right, cool. But with this one, again, it's a different scenario. It's not just a concert. It's basically
it's really what the artist is gonna walk away with too. You know, a lot of times this is what I wanted to make sure, because this was the biggest thing with me, and because social media and streaming took place, like at the time me and my brother started back pushing music, is that if we didn't record or have social media to put all this stuff on, we would have never remembered a lot of the stuff that we did. We smoke a lot of weed, so the memory's not there. The only way I remember a lot of this shit is by going back to social media and looking at it, by talking to friends, and then when I seen you here, when I seen you there. There's a lot of artists that don't know that, you know what I'm saying? When you do a show, we give some free game right now. When you do a show, you never do a show without leaving artist should never leave the show without taking a picture with somebody in the show to document that they've been there at that show. So
right.
They can remember that show. You know, we've always know how to do those things. We always know how to walk in a room and not to say who's the most important person in the room, but who's the most important person to us in the room. And make sure we get next to that person. If it's nothing but buy them a drink. If it's nothing but stand next to him and just, you know what I'm saying, have a decent conversation with him. It helps being an artist, and those are the type of things that we do and that we did.
And, you know, like I said, you know, I've done cons for years, so I know how that goes with me. Just you're showcasing your character for the whole weekend, and you know, I've been doing that for a while. And then I think right when I started with Arts Night Network, just seeing how Dustin did his stuff and how, you know, other people came through, because everyone's very, very mixed. But I do like that. I do love
diversity.
Yeah, and I think the chemistry for that, and this is probably the first time I'm saying this, the chemistry could be very, very off for a minute, but then once you kind of learn them a little bit more and you see how they really are, that's where you connect a whole lot better. And for all the guys I've been with, you know, these guys, I love them for what they do. I love like the talent that we bring. I love the style that we are, and you know, it's a blessing, like I said. And with musicians, 'cause I've been to concerts, I've been to rock concerts, I've been to regular solo acts, whatever you want to call it. But like me personally, I think being able to really be connected, you know, with you guys and some other people around the music industry, it really changes the resume.
For sure.
Yeah, it changes the resume. It changes the your expectations to be like, hey, I'm gonna go to that show. Hey, I know those guys. Hey, let's get them on the podcast. You know, it's anything can happen.
Yeah, and that's the energy we want to bring, bro. Because what we bring is so real, and it has the energy that you're talking about, that when we hear that, we be like, yeah, that's why we do it, you know?
And
For real.
And I think the greatest thing about this, whether you do music, whether you produce, engineer, how you want to go with it, again, you find the right type of ways to stay connected, or you find the right people to kind of feel connected with, because
Sure.
yeah, you know the person, but then later down the line, you guys are basically family now.
Are we family now? And that's what I was going to tell you about when you were saying about the guys you work with. That just kind of told me the story. You said that they're real people.
Yeah.
Because a real person won't just let you in. They're going to figure you out first. They're going to watch you. They're going to make sure that you're not on no BS, and know who you are. Then they'll let you in. You know, when it's fake, it's just fake from the beginning, and it never feels real. So I can tell you by what you said, and the result of what you said is all true. You work with a good group of guys. You work with a good group of people. So that's why I reached out, bro, because I knew once I had certain connections that no matter how much hate came around me, you know what I'm saying, it couldn't stop me, because what's connected into it.
And you know, it's a thing. With me when I was younger, you know, I watched a lot of movies. Like one movie I watched and repeat was Angels in the Outfield. I like to mimic everything, and you know, I think later down the line, I never really put like the entertainment as like something I would kind of like to do. I mean, it would be fun. As I've done church plays for a little bit. Never done any school plays though. I never done, you know, any city play. I never done any of that stuff. I just kind of just stepped into the play as of right now, and so I can finally be like, okay, I can handle this. I like this type of deal, and definitely being resourceful. Back with the Gala, you know, the people that you contact, the people that you kind of call in and say, hey man, be part of the show, you trust them.
I trust them.
You definitely want to trust people to, you know, bring forth the atmosphere.
I truly do trust them, and it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of walking into rooms and deciphering people. It took a lot of dealing with people and realizing, like, man, that's not who I thought he was, you know. And it's been a 4-year run, King. It's been a 4-year run, bro. Strong. We started 4 years ago, and it's been great.
Shouts out to DJ.
Shouts out to DJ Beats.
Beats
Great
to
guy.
Beats.
Beats to Beats.
Jib's big brother.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Jibs.
And the reason we say shouts out to him is because we was kind of in not a slump, but just a downfall.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And he put a post on Facebook. He was always my bro. We grew up in the same neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And he put a post on Facebook that said who think they have the next hit. And I inboxed him. I was like, what you talking about? Me and Kevin do. And he texted me back. He said, Ro. He said, man, I thought y'all blew up, man. He said, I thought y'all been gone. I ain't even think you was still around here.
Goddamn.
I looked at the text and just laughed, and I copied it, screenshotted it to my brother, just sent it to my brother, and then he called me. We both laughed for a minute, and then I said, I'm gonna call him. I called, and now DJ texted me a number. He texted me his number, and I talked to him, and just like one of them things was explaining to him what I'm trying to do, and he listened to me for a minute. He's like, bet, let's do it. Bet, let's do it.
Ever since then, he made every single beat.
Yeah, we've been kicking it.
Original beat for Calice Boys music, so it kind of gave it legs to the body that we had, the body of work we had. He really gave it the legs we needed.
Gave us a catalog.
Yeah.
A catalog that's really selling right now in federal and state prisons, and you know, Apple and
streaming out. Yeah.
I feel that. It, you know. And that goes to everybody, no matter what you do. Like for me, I started slow with, you know, the YouTubing. And for those of you, of course, I'm always gaming, like the movies, cartoons, and all that. So from starting off small and starting off short, you build that up. Now with music, you know, you definitely try a little bit of a sample tape. And then once you kind of find the groove and you find that pitch, and you still climbing, I mean, you're going to blow up regardless, because when people fuck with you, they fuck with you.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
I learned that. What about the Beehive? What about the Taylor Swift crew? You know, man, when they fuck with you, they fuck with you.
They follow you.
Yeah.
But
you ain't got to worry about nothing. That's your people.
Now to kind of narrow it a little bit and not make it too loose. It's one thing you have followers because there's people that do like you. They definitely like seeing what you do and they can really get you. There's others, and this is gonna be true to heart. There's others to see how far you can get, and if you fall flat, they don't fuck with you no more.
Damn, that's deep.
And that's called bandwagoners, and that's probably the best thing that me and my brother built for. You know what I'm saying? Is the bandwagon.
Because you really never know them until you one tie flat finna crash out.
Cause like if a thing where okay, you guys on the road, you bring this friend along, he's liking what y'all do, y'all give him like whatever, and then for some reason shit happens, and then he starts getting mad and blah blah blah, and he starts going away, go somewhere else. I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen that a whole lot of times before. And what sucks is like, okay, you could fall flat. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that do, and we got to encourage each other to kind of get back up and stuff. But what amazes me is that, like, let's say, like, for you two, for instance, you know, y'all put in the work. You got the people. Y'all put out the moves. Y'all put out, you know, whatever it is to kind of promote and help and encourage others. They don't look at it like the other people do. And I'm definitely, you know, I'm grateful for whoever says, hey, Keenan, we need you for this. Hey, Keenan, I want to come to the show. And I go to the show and they know me, then blah, blah. It's the amount of respect that you give next to the amount of loyalty that is being given.
Yeah, but on that, bro, when I speak your name, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in some rooms where I'm talking to people and we're talking real good shit, you know? Your name come up highly, so, you know, to be still honored in your name coming up highly in these rooms like this, that means that you're just a humble man. So that's why I reached out to you, and I'm glad that we got to, you know, kick this off together.
Oh, definitely.
Because this is the first interview that we're doing, and before we get out of here, I do want to highlight the artists that signed up, the young talent that signed up, that's devoted to being this, that is really centered around, you know what I'm saying? We have two artists that's coming from New Orleans.
Hey.
Well, one is coming from Houston, one coming from New Orleans. They got a young lady that's from here in St. Louis, but she's in Atlanta right now. I got a artist that's here in St. Louis, but he recorded out of Houston. So it's real hip hop, but it's all St. Louis. All these people are from St. Louis. Now the New Orleans artist is my nephew, but he's signed with Calice boys, and you know I control him getting back and forth here. So I want him to be here. Is why he gonna be here.
Okay, and like I said, we're bringing them together. You know what? So let me ask you a big question here. So like, out of all the years coming to this now, whether it be doing shows, putting together the gala, and just, you know, really seeing how far your work has really come to, what would have been the one thing that you would change if it was a different scenario? If you have one, please speak it. If not, then like, what's something that just been just on the road with you?
I truly have one, and it's one to bring certain people back. I mean, in our music, you hear a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain lives that's been lost. If I could bring them back and have them see us right now, you know what I'm saying, from some of the places we've been in, and they still pushing with us and looking at us like, man, y'all gonna make it, y'all gonna be all right. It's to really have that button to bring certain people back.
Yeah. And, you know, some people will come and go, you know, other ways than others. But, you know, it's...
When I say bring them back, I'm talking about from the dead. You know, it's people that's dead that if I could, I would bring them back to see what we're doing now and be in the living. And I know they probably with us in spirit, but just to be in the living with us.
And, you know, like I said, stuff does happen. And also, quick condolences here, real quick. Our good friend, Mr. Matt Alvarez, he was a great friend of mine, and he had his own band and everything. Apparently, sad news, he passed away. So, you know, shout out to him, and you know, I always love you, bro. And you know, it's definitely hard to see, you know, great people go, but you know, when time comes unexpectedly, it's hard to prepare, hard to kind of prep up, but he will definitely be missed. So to all those that have been, you know, on this earth, gone too soon, condolences and rest in peace to all those that have been here and now up with the Lord.
Yep, rest in peace. And now that you say about a band, I don't know if any of the listeners are familiar with the Gentlemen's Club. It's a podcast that's on My City, My Music, but they also have a band that's called The Squad. And we did a benefit concert for the CVC, the Visual Performance VAP, where after the school shooting happened. Excuse me. Yeah, and we did that, and they came out for free, and they performed. And this is an awesome band, man. So we're gonna have the pleasure of having the Squad out there performing their professional band. They're gonna give us everything that a band is, and it's gonna be a good time.
Well, like I said, I think just over and over again, it's always that one moment to really watch how people can kind of change, and they really want to take their productation and their craft to really a new height. So I think with the gala coming up soon, not only just a highlight for me, but just this is Keenan. Like Keenan's like really rising up there, and I'm definitely I'm honored and thankful to be a part of this, and to all the musicians that's coming through, and to all the producers, engineers, all the local artists. No matter how big or small, you are a artist, you are a engineer. Sorry, but you are still something to someone because they see you work.
And we're going to make sure that every artist touched the stage that night, every artist touched the stage will feel like that way. And then to top it all off, Keenan, we got the big homie Spitter that's headlining it. Ooh. That's BMF finest, and Google him, bitch, I'm him. Yeah, you got the big song with Big Boog, bitch, I'm him. And it was a pleasure, we reached out to him, and that relationship has just been solid for years, with the family. It's a very good family that he comes from. They're good people. They're hardworking people, and it's gonna be a pleasure to work with him, bro, because he's looking good out there right now.
And so, like I said, to kind of really cover this, because we got like a whole another month and a few weeks away. So, like, what are we really expecting of the gala? Like, are we just seeing it as like, okay, we're gonna put on a show and we're gonna showcase everything? Or like, is it like a certain thing that you're kind of looking at, or just visualizing, or are you just letting it flow?
Well, first of all, with that, we have flyers right now. We have physical flyers. So we'll be passing flyers out. You'll be getting the flyers.
Tickets ready.
Yeah, we got the tickets ready. We got tickets. So we got the physical tickets on sale. You can go to Eventbrite, and you can get the tickets off Eventbrite for $10. Or you can actually type in homage to hip hop and .com, and you can pull it up on Google, and you can buy it. It'll take you straight to Eventbrite to buy the tickets. So, that part of it is already sold up. Then, what's the other question you just asked me, Ken?
I'm saying, what are we expecting, coming from this event you guys are throwing? Like, what are you expecting to see here?
We do have a commercial that's coming up, but to give you a glimpse of the digital commercial, what we want is, and then we never gave a shout out to the House of Chuck magazine, but Chuck is a guy that's from St. Louis. He's been here a while, and he's not here anymore. I think he's in another state right now.
Yeah.
But he has a magazine. He gets national publishing through the magazine, and I reached out to him mutually through some friends through Facebook, and he said he was interested, and that he would write an article before and do a podcast before, just giving it some highlight in his fashion part, because he was big into fashion. So I said, yeah, well, I know people that's going to come out, and you can probably get some good fashion out of the room. So he became a part of it because he wanted to, just check out the fashion that might be in the room. And it's going to be an elegant night, a red carpet event. When you walk in, there'll be a magazine backdrop with homage to hip hop, where all the artists that walk in, they'll pull up, get out of the car, get a photo shoot right there in front of the magazine, walk inside. All the artists are grown, so we have a bar that's going to be right there. You stop at the bar, you get a drink, head upstairs to the podcast.
Sippies.
Sippies. It's a smoke-friendly environment. It is the Calice boys, so it's a smoke-friendly environment. So, please already have everything you want to have rolled up, because it is a gala. We're going to be looking nice.
Yep.
Get upstairs for the podcast. You have a 15-minute podcast is what we're kind of based in. Maybe a little shorter, but probably around 15 minutes for each artist. After the podcast, we'll run to the stage, get your performance in, videotape. Then downstairs, there's a stripper pole with a graffiti all over the wall. you know, all
We're
over
getting
the face of
everything
the
here.
wall. Yes, hip hop. I mean, you cannot have hip hop without the graffiti.
This is
There's no
motherfucking Chuck E.
hip-hop.
Cheese. This is Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
This is Chuck E. Cheese. I'm telling you, bro.
I love it.
That's why I started off with shouts out to my bro, because they put a lot into this building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's been waiting on me to come and bless it, and we're gonna bless it.
Like I said, I think that this is going to be a very, very eventful night. Because like I said, I've done from Moam to other shows. I just got done with a celebration a few weeks ago. And again, it's always amazing. And to kind of really bring it out together, it's amazing who all comes through. Because that right there, again, it's a true support.
That's all I can hope for. And that's what a lot of people are telling me. Like, you know, are you sure you have the support that, you know, you say you have? And do you have the heart, if the support don't show up, to stand? I said, man, I have the heart to stand if it don't show up. But I've reached out to a lot of the right people to where I think the room is going to be full of great people.
And like I say, again, I'm thankful to be part of this. Thankful to, you know, to be really close and, you know, connected with the Calice boys as of right now today. Because we're definitely going to do a lot more collabing down the road. And, you know, I'm definitely excited to see all the people going to come through. And I just got to pick up what shit I'm going to wear. But, like I said, other than that, you know.
We ain't got that for either. We ain't got that for either, Ken.
We all got to look nice around here.
All got to look nice, Brian.
But I will definitely say, and I say this to a lot of people, you know, just even through everything I've done so far within the last few years, I'm definitely thankful for all that has really done a good job with what they do. I'm definitely thankful for you too, because the one thing I'll definitely say, and I know I say it with like a lot of other artists, I definitely like that there's a lot of young, you know, black men, white girl, black girl, whoever, I don't care which, but being able to really have a good talent, have a good message, and to really have that type of passion to show people, you know, you still have a chance. And I believe that with me, you know, doing all I do now has definitely been great. It's tiring, but it's great. And to really share that moment with other people, and to share and to tell them, hey, you still got a lot of opportunities for you. So don't stop unless you really have to. But you take the chance very, very high, because you don't know what's going to happen next. So you definitely enjoy what you have. You enjoy and be blessed about all that's been given to you and all that you've been working for. So, you know, to you guys, you know, it's definitely an honor to have you guys on. It's definitely an honor to call you family. It's an honor to call you brothers. It's an honor to call you, you know, just the greatest people to really step in a entertainment circle. And it's going to grow. It's definitely going to grow. You know, when you get the right people, they really want to be working with you. They want to collab with you. Bring them in. And like you said, you know, watch them, see what they do. And it's never a bad time to, it's never bad to regret who you bring in. It doesn't really work out, but that's fine. It's a learning lesson. You know, you move on, you keep doing what you're doing, and then you stay positive about it, because again, God only works in mysterious ways. So however things go, just work, and work.
That's what's on my mind. 2024, let's go.
It's only 1 month in, so we got a whole lot more months to go. So we definitely have some good things going on. So, and
before
now,
I get out of here, Joe, I do have to give a shout out to Calice Management, the pretty wasted that's going to be bartending, and the bottle girls. You know what I'm saying? Because the event won't go right, nobody won't have a good time if we don't have bottle girls. If we don't have fast bartenders that's getting everybody drinks and getting them out of the way. And they have had the reputation of doing this for so long, so I'm pleased to have them a part of it. I got a club kitchen, which is a great, you know, amazing food. I got the House of Chuck magazine coming out, and then we got Blunt Chat. So I just want to give, you know, shouts out to all of my sponsors and everybody who jumped on board as soon as I said it from day one.
Hey, like I said, thank you for stepping up on the show. Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up a little bit here. So I want to say thank you all for definitely taking your time here. I know we skipped a few days, skipped a few weeks, but it was all cool. It's gonna get done somehow, some way.
It's gonna get done. I was busy though, man. I
feel you.
So busy. I had to take time for myself, bro.
Hey, Blake, I'm in the same boat here. But like I said, I definitely thank you guys here. So, and before I wrap this up, next to the Gala, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys got more shows going on the line, but like, where can we find the Calice boys? Where can we find you guys individually? Just give us every tag you can possible.
So we're going with YouTube. It's Calice Boys. Spotify is the EP Bucking Hookups or Calice Boys. Anywhere streaming from any streaming platform. On Facebook, you can find me at Roland Canady. Instagram, you can find me at Calice Boys Rotor Pro. Pretty much type Calice Boys or Rotor Pro in on any major platform, you'll find me somewhere right there.
You could King K with the Calice Boys, and you still could find me deep in the alley next to the dumpster.
I like that. I love my boys, y'all. I love my boys here, man. Well, like I said, thank you once again for stepping onto the show. For those of you out there, like I said, give these guys a listen. If you've not heard them before, give them a listen. They're definitely a good mixed duo. You know, they definitely put out a positive message, man. So definitely give them a listen. Like always, you know, we got a whole lot more episodes to go down this year. Then we're gonna try to get more interviews in, but hey, you know, days are long and life can be short. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get you guys. So like always, you know, y'all know where to find me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snap, TikTok, YouTube, all that. You know where it is. Ken Sargent, Do 1192, and also the podcast page itself, Kicking It with Keenan on Facebook and of course YouTube as well. So again, to the Calice boys, thank you guys. Thank you, Ro. Thank you, Cav, for being on as a guest. I really appreciate this. So again, guys, mark your calendars. March 23rd for their biggest event. I'm gonna be part of this. Justin Kick It, and of course everyone else in between is gonna be here. So y'all get ready. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss this. All right. So thank you guys once again. This your boy Kenan signing out, and tune in for another episode very, very soon. I'll see you when I see y'all. Stay cool, stay safe, and until next time, let's kick it.